Hello. Welcome. Hello there. Sorry, I got the EP. Howdy. Hey. Hey. Who's here? We see you, Aki, Lactician, Cat. How are you guys doing? Okay, enough. Enough weird voice. As a sorry for the delay, guys, I was like, oh, hey, Tomasz. Ready for more pick Frontline? Hell yeah. I was like, oh, I'm gonna... Hey, Irma. And I'm going to pick up lunch? Hell yeah. It was everything as planned. But yeah, no, I was just... I was like, oh, I'm gonna, like, update Umamusume and, like, do my daily pool and stuff. And I'll just do also... There was, like, a Discord quest, you know, those that are like, oh, play this game for 15 minutes. And... I don't think you can do it from phone. It has to be from the desktop client. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have it there. Finish that. And then maybe finish. I'm like on the finals of my career. And I'm like, oh, maybe finish that because I wanna try out the idle mode. You know, the one that you set up and then you just close the game. Because they implemented that like last week? I don't remember, and I haven't tried it yet. Because I've always been like doing something. But yeah, I'm actually doing that now. I'm doing like I'm running the semifinals. So let me finish that and then we'll jump into the game. When you want your hunts to hunt without you watching, exactly. No, and I had some friends that have been trying it, and apparently you can get like some decent stats. So like, you know, it's nice for like AFK farming, and like trying to get like good parents or whatever, or just to like complete dailies. So I'm like, sure, let's try it out. But first, I gotta get done with this career. Hey, Raven. Where are you dying? Hey, senpai. Do not die. Die bad. Okay, gonna run the finals now. Objective survive. Valid. Film made an important win since chapter 7. That's a lot. Yeah, the objective survives me avoiding landmines on Twitter. Luckily, I've been mostly on my Hans accounts, so I haven't seen much Gears Frontline related other than Ferrari's tweets. And I plan to keep it that way. I was telling my sister the other day, I can't believe that, you know, the spoiler situation got so bad that I'm not the only one complaining anymore. I'm like, damn, it's that bad that there's actually more people complaining about it. When people giving spoilers is Discord. Yeah, that happens. Hey, I'm getting my ass kicked in this final. This final race. Wow. Third place, terrible. I gotta spoil my own guild Discord. Yeah, that happens. And yeah, no, I'm not talking about you guys. You guys are very good with spoilers in my Discord. But like, it has happened to me in like other Discords. Luckily not like lately. So I haven't seen anything about like the last event. When the community starts to complain on the spoilers leak. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I'm like, wow, we have a good part of the community actually speaking out about it now. Like how bad is it that there's so many people being loud? Because the spoiler situation in Gears Frontline, when it comes to like the Chinese server versus the English server, has never been great. Like, it has never been good. And most of the time, like, for years, you know, people have not given a fuck. In fact, people will be like, oh, you know, it's your fault that you're not keeping up with Chinese updates. So, like, how bad is it now that people are actually complaining? Like, god damn. Are we talking global level spoilers or CN level spoilers? CN. I mean, CN spoilers for global players, basically. I will say the Israel community is pretty bad when it comes to spoilers for sure. Yeah, no, they are. They have been for years. That's why I'm so shocked. That's why I'm so shocked that people are actually warning others about the spoilers now. I'm like, okay, how bad is it? Like, goddamn. Back in Frontline 1. Yeah, and just also early Frontline 2. Like I got spoiled for. I mean, I luckily like I scrolled fast enough that I kind of forgot about it by the time the event came out. But I got spoiled for Corposant like the moment the event released on CN. And like I complained about it, and people were into my comments, into my replies, being like, "Oh, it's not a big issue, you know. Like everyone keeps up with CN." Like most people were like, "Oh, it's not a problem." Like everyone was waiting for this, and I'm like, that is not what I'm talking about, you know. But it's like that, you know. Like nobody give a fuck back when it happened during Corposant. But now suddenly everyone cares. So that's kind of funny to me. I'm like, wow, it somehow got worse. It somehow got worse than how it was. To the point where you have like other known names complaining about it. It's crazy. Even when we got up, you still can get a spirit from house. Everything's run 8 hours early. Oh yeah, that would probably happen also. Like I've seen it happen in other games. I will not be surprised. But yeah, overall the Gears Frontline community has always had like a very bad how we call it, like a spoiler culture. Like most of the time, the majority operate on like everyone keeps up with CN story updates, and if you don't, that's your fault. I got a few playthroughs of the last event in my feed, and I just ignore those. I don't mind knowing which tools are coming. All else can wait. Yeah, usually I don't mind, as long as it isn't like you know, let's say AR-15 situation back in early Frontline 1. You know, like back when supposedly she was dead, but then it turns out she came back. Like, unless it's that specific situation, then I don't mind if people tell me like, oh, this door is coming. Same for like quote-unquote enemy units, because, you know, I assume those will have like some sort of lore attached to them. At least in Frontline 2. I mean, in Frontline 1 it was like whatever. With a game heavy focus on the story, you think they will respect others to keep it spoiler free? Yeah, you will think so. But they don't. The thing is that I think it suffered from being too niche for too long. So, you know, like everyone kind of thinks, or like there's a good number of people that think that like, oh, everyone here is just exactly like me, in which, like, you know, they're reading the CN events as soon as they come out, or that as soon as they get translated. And they start talking about it, you know, and like talking about the lore. Well, community is just as bad. I haven't really gotten spoiled for WoWa, so I wouldn't be able to say. Wait, actually, how do I do the auto thing? Let me look that up. Uma Usume Idol. Ah, there it is. Okay. Independent training. Okay, should be. Go on, begin. Now I can, as I understand, I can close the game, right? This doll that you thought died is back. Yeah, it happened. Yes, I want to exit the game because I need to open my other game that I'm actually going to stream now. Thank you very much. Also, I saw the new trailer for Final Fantasy XIV, ever called. Mika better not release anything during January 2017 because, like, I will not be around. I will not be a person. At this point, we got the prediction of who's showing up on the Elmo if they made a debut as NPC in the story, which is not really spoilers per se, like Team B for Force Oath. Oh yeah, exactly. Like, you know, if they've shown up as NPCs and this one tells me like, oh, this is going to be playable, I'll be like, oh, cool. I don't really mind people telling me which dolls are coming. It's just that when I say that also, it just turns into people not being able to make the distinction of like which dolls might actually be a spoiler and which aren't. So I rather, that's why I just at the end of the day I was just like, no CN talk, like no CN comments at all in my stream because people just can't. People just don't seem to know what a spoiler is. Like, they do not understand. Let's say the Scar Sisters show up. Now that's major spoilers. Exactly. I'm in a very CN time of my life. Like, for example, when it comes also to returning dolls, like Air Team, DeFi, dolls that, you know, surely are gonna be important in main story in one way or another. I know they're gonna come eventually. So I don't want people, you know, telling me like, oh, they show up during this event that is not out yet. Like, come on. If you just tell me like, you know, oh, they're coming, I'll be like, oh. Good to know, so I can save. But like, don't be like, oh yeah, they're coming out in like this event because they'll show up in the story. Like, don't know, shut up. It's kind of having a spoiler to know Walrus is joining in the future because she already showed up. Just don't spoil her story. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Nave is coming coping. Should my siblings should daggers me on that front. Yeah. Or like, if it's dolls that are not tied to main story, even if they haven't shown up yet, I'll just be like, oh, cool. But if they're tied to main story, like let's say, in this particular case, let's say AK-12, since she has been kept very mysterious. I don't want people coming in here and saying like, oh yeah, she finally shows up. Like, no, let me be surprised. Let me be surprised by when she finally decides to fucking show up. Even Mika would probably show the trailer beforehand, but like, let me be excited. Oh my god, Betty's announced. Everyone is waiting for Betty. She already show up with Alba's never cloud. I mean, yeah, but like her current self. It's like we know she's around. And we kinda know what she's doing. I'm waiting for her as the new standard SSR. Betty, they better. Honestly, at this point in life, we need Betty. She's been in every game. She's been in every game. So might as well. I used to be a spoiler guy. The movie is predictable not because I watched it before. Although that during movies, sometimes I can't forgive because, for me it'll be the same. I'll just be like, oh, I bet this is gonna happen now. And then it'll happen and I'll be like, oh. And people will tell me like, did you watch this before? I'm like, no. I'll just watch a lot of movies. Doesn't help that Mika certainly adds scene and content to some of the trailers, like the 2026 special preview. Yeah. Yeah, that's why sometimes I don't watch stuff. Because I'll be like, Mika, I love you, but are you going to do a Mika and like spoiler me? This is why the community is so bad with spoilers, Mika, because you're awful with it too. Yo! They really need to get things in order, yeah. That's also why I'm kind of looking forward to like being more synced with CN. Not only because of like the community spoilers, but also because of just the general Mika spoilers. I'm like, I know Mika is gonna be Mika and show me things that I'm not supposed to see yet. I know how they work. Okay, whose Nera Elix was I working on again? I think it was Centauracy, yes. Okay. I'm just doing my farming, guys, and then we'll jump into reading. I played this game before, Mika. I'm like, come on, Mika. Alright, let's jump to the game. It's time to read. Sorry I keep saying that I'm gonna stream during the week and then not doing it, guys. It's just that, you know, my sister is working at the airport now. She's airport. She's the people that are like in the scanners, like airport. I mean, not security, but like, you know, the people that are there like in the 3D scanners and all that. So sometimes if there's too much people or like flight delays and stuff, she ends up finishing later, or sometimes she'll take like longer shifts. And then I get home too late. Like, you know, I was planning to stream on Wednesday, but then I had a very weird headache that day. I just kind of got home to sleep. And then I was like, okay, but I can do Thursday. But then my sister told me like, oh yeah, by the way, I took a longer shift today. So like, you know, I'll be finishing at like 7:30 p.m. probably later. And she ended up finishing at like 8:30 p.m. So, you know, by the time I got home, it was almost 10 p.m. So I'm like, yeah, no, it's not happening. Yeah, my sister is playing I Read Papers, Please. It's true. Feel like we could have had daily song while jumping in the background. I mean, yeah, that's what I did. Oh, except these ones. There we go. But yes, I'll try to be better with like weekday streams. But also there's always gonna be that chance of like me not being able to do them because of time constraints. But now during the weekends we can. I haven't done challenge mode, have I? Oh, I need to do that also. What's this? See no mention of this. Narrow cloud? I see. Yeah, I need to do this event also because I don't know if we'll get to do it on stream. We still have a long way to go. Let's see how much we can get done today. Let's go! Echoes of days past. The narratives of the past are interwoven. Each side has its own version of events. The luxury car moves slowly forward while surrounded by a dense crowd. The incendiary speech continues to loop on massive street screens, the impassioned voice echoing down the long avenue. Inside the car, however, the fierce leader simply sits in the back seat, silently gazing out at the forest of high rises and the bustling streets, his expression unreadable. In his hand, the screen of the latest communicator has just gone dark. Why do you still insist on opposing me, refusing even to hear me out? I have brought wealth to Mokosh. What we have now is far more than that dilapidated settlement we once were. If God had a favorite gacha game, it would be PNC. Aren't they bringing it back? Didn't they say they were like giving the management to someone else? Sacrifice something insignificant, complete the deal, gain greater value. It's such a simple principle. How can you not understand it? Maybe he disagrees with the method on how that wealth is generated. Yeah, maybe let's not, get people sick and then harvest crystals off of them. Like let's maybe not do that. Just saying. George turns on the screen again. Staring at the abruptly terminated call record, his lips twist into sardonic grimace. In the end, you're just a coward. Naive, childish, acting all holier than thou. You can draw these signs and that's about it. But this city standing firm in the yellow zone isn't built on your blueprints alone. I'm making drugs instead of vaccines. Oh yeah, also that. Thank you for reminding me. Let's not do drugs instead of vaccines, so people can actually get sick and then you farm them. Let's... How about we don't get rich doing that? The sharply dressed young man stands before a newly unveiled production line and bows towards the terminal screen. Mr. Zimmerman, can you see this? This is the pharmaceutical plant completed in Phase 1. We've been able to build such an advanced production line thanks to your support. Recruitment and training of staff are progressing steadily. We expect to begin the first round of vaccine production next week. Next, we will continue expanding the second and third production lines according to plan. By the end of next month, total output will be enough to cover Mokosh's local population, and you will... Why are you doing dress like that? George, you are a smart man. I shouldn't need to remind you of the specific terms of the aid contract. Under the agreement, vaccines produced by Mokosh's first pharmaceutical plant are to be distributed between Mokosh and FAPN at a ratio of 1:7. What? I'm sorry, at a ratio of what? 1:7? Okay. Yes, my apologies. I got carried away seeing the plant completed. You're right. Without FAPN, this plan wouldn't exist. But according to our calculations, only 12.5% of production may not be enough to sustainably control alien infection levels among Mokosh residents. It's better than slavery? Question mark. Is it? I mean, I don't know. Questionable. So, is there room for negotiation? Mokosh has no shortage of manpower. We can increase. George, personally, I admire capable young people like you. But you must understand that the Yellowstone Elite sponsorship program supports the individual, not their hometown. We chose to fund Mokosh's plant because of your performance within the conglomerate, and the feasibility report you submitted on population data and pharmaceutical profitability. FABN is not a charity. Capital flows only where it generates the greatest return. If Mokosh's pharmaceutical plant cannot meet expectations, funding and technical support can be withdrawn at any time. Yes, I'm very sorry. I spoke out of turn. Please, forget what I said. We will comply fully with the contract and supply sufficient qualified vaccines to the conglomerate. Good. The conglomerate will send a convoy next weekend to collect the first batch. Make preparations in advance. Transporting vaccines from Mokosh to Odessa is expensive. I don't want empty runs. But the renal delivery was scheduled for the end of the month. That was the plan, but I've changed my mind. The conglomerate is currently facing a vaccine shortage. Mokosh's line can fill the gap. As for the first batch, I know what you're thinking. You want to distribute it to local residents first, don't you? After all, FABN is far away. Skimming a little of the batch wouldn't be difficult. You jest. I wouldn't dare. I thought this games about girls on feet was the sponsor streams a lie. I'm not heartless. I understand your position. Do you? Do you really? I'm starting to think Mr. Zimmerman might be evil. How about this? You may allocate products manufactured during the trial phase as well as any substandard units from the first batch to Mokosh's residents. Substandard units? Are you joking? Vasily, shut up! The young man forces a nervous smile at the camera and bows deeply again. You can have the effective drugs as a treat. My deepest apologies. My companion lacks proper etiquette. Please forgive the offense. We appreciate your generosity with these terms. We will begin production immediately and ensure delivery on a schedule. George, remember, you were selected because of your ability. Don't disappoint me. The connection ends. George raises a hand to wipe the sweat of his brow, but a shadow rushes in and fist interrupts him. Have you lost your mind? Giving the effective vaccines to our people? What if something goes wrong? What else can I do? Without this, we wouldn't even have the effective ones. You saw it. If I refused, they could withdraw everything. All our work would be for nothing. For nothing? How is this any different from nothing already? When we signed the contract, you convinced everyone to accept those unfair terms. You said you'd negotiate better conditions later. Now this is the result. How do you explain it to the people? Vasily, understand this. We're not walking away empty-handed. Mr. Zimmerman is only taking the first batch. The vaccines plan for this month will come next month. Huh, yeah, sure, of course. Of course that will happen. Right, guys? And as for the effective units, honestly, has all that studying made you this picky? Haven't we always used what the white zones and green zones discard? That's... The suited young man passed his companion's shoulder, smiling as he casually drapes an arm around him and guides him out. Come on, don't sulk. The plant is built. We've taken the first step. You should be happy. Instead of complaining, think about how to reassure everyone. You're better with people than I am. He really said, go reassure everyone for my bad decisions. The young man stares at the large pile of rare supplies in the office and the adults who deliver them, then turns to the terminal screen, somewhat at a loss. You know, Mika's not convincing me that Elite is worse than ruled by the URC. Deadly virus that kills you slowly? Or whatever the fuck the URC is doing with people. Mr. Zimmerman, aren't the supplies too valuable for me? Relax, George. I reviewed the plant production and supplier records. You've done well. FABN does not escape from rewarding excellence. These are your due. Thea, give that to him. The doll called Thea nods and retrieves a small box from a portable safe. She opens it. George's eyes widen instantly. These are... These vaccines are yours. Produced in Odessa for the White Zone. Far superior to gachas. A single dose provides long-term immunity. Of course. You may also give them to your companions. The plant is still expanding. Makush will grow more prosperous. You can't manage everything alone, can you? Thank you. Your support is... No need to thank me. This comes with conditions. You should have received the email by now. You mean the notice about the confidential trial of SABN's latest elite immunity drug in Makush? I've seen the report. 92% efficacy in early trials. Am I understanding this correctly? Are they gonna use them as test subjects? Exactly. You understand what that means. If it succeeds in Makosh, vaccines will no longer be scarce. That would be a great boon to the people of Makosh. Can you do it, George? The young man smiles, takes a few deep breaths, and slowly clenches his fist. Of course. You've always been smart. I know I never have to worry about you. Then keep up the good work. Oh, and this doll called Thea will be your assistant. Keep her close. The conglomerate will continue assigning personnel to support operations and security of the pharmaceutical plant. Since the majority end up catching a little under the rule of UNC anyways, living in the green and yellow zones, the changing the world for the better is difficult and slow. I guess bureaucracy and corruption makes it seem impossible. Yeah. It's like, you know, no one was expecting a fast process, but I don't think these guys are helping at all in, you know, making things any faster. Understood. Thank you. I won't disappoint you. George snaps out of the distant memory, his gaze drifting again to the window. Countless screens are playing his speech. He is always surrounded by the outsworn and the crowd, greeted by applause and light wherever he goes. Vasily understands neither politics nor compromise. They were meant to stand together, yet he only ever drags George down, and has now become his greatest enemy. That's right. Everything I have now, I earned through my own ability and effort. Makosh also owes everything to me. Without me, without the conglomerate support, it will never be what it is today. Vasily, you don't understand. We were born the Yellow Zone. We never had a choice. Damn. On the other side, the Makosh Autonomous Government Building stands at the heart of a bustling district, its interior design mirroring George's persona. At this moment, a temporary worker enters the first leader's office at the top floor. Hello. Cleaning service. 3 polite knocks. No response. After a moment, the electronic lock clicks open. M200 slips inside, mop in one hand, bucket in the other. A freshly washed rag sways slightly at the bucket's edge. Good thing I learned a bit of password cracking before. Now, where to start cleaning? Filing cabinet? Server rack? Printer? Drawers? M200 hesitates, pacing back and forth before stopping in mild frustration. Calm down, M200. You have no teammates to advise you. You need your own plan. Calm, M200. Calm. M200 smacks herself on the cheeks to clear her head. Start with the drawers, then make your way across the cabinet, printer, server. Hey, Cactus. Daughter is very cute. That's a lot of cleaning. She picks up the rag, moves behind the desk, and gently tests the first drawer. Locked.
Password crack. Failed. What if I try again? Failed. No good. Any further attempts might trigger alarms. If only I studied cryptography more deeply. I guess I'll have to back off.
She quickly comes to a decision and moves to the cabinet.
Oh, municipal records. Better record them, just in case. Next, the printer.
She moves on to the printer after failing to break in twice.
Recent prints. Shipping documents. All sent from Mokosh. Declare as personal items. Insure at maximum level. Must be valuable. The policy details are here. 14th century porcelain, vintage wine, Persian rugs. Life in the yellow zone sure is cushy. Anyway, better record everything. The commander might need this later.
Just as she turns toward the server rack, footsteps sound in the corridor. She ducks under the desk out of reflex. The door opens.
Your frame was too close to the blast and totally unsalvageable. Mine took heavy damage too. But thanks to you, I was standing a little further away, so my core just about survived.
Oh, I see.
You look so serious. Don't worry, I reloaded my Nero Cloud and I'm back to full health. Cheer up. My Davy sees your smile. You look way cuter when you do. Gaia, stop squishing my face. I can't even talk properly. Let go.
The sound of fabric rubbing and light scuffling. M200's head swims. She can almost hear Leva and Lena bickering with each other, picturing how Leva smacks Lena's pants away.
It's not them. Cognitive error. Again. I've got to switch to silent mode. Why are there cleaning tools here? Did the cleaner leave them?
M200 freezes and covers her mouth.
Typical yellow zone slackness. Can be helped. In the company, this will get you disposed of.
What?
Anyway, business first. I don't often get to talk face to face with you.
They approach the desk. It trembles slightly. Gaia's voice is now right above M200.
Gaia, you know our frames are custom lab models. Mokosh has limited reserves. Oh dear, are you angry? You're totally angry. Don't worry, as long as we can still prove ourselves useful, we can just order replacements from the conglomerate. That's not the only reason you're angry, is it? I'm practically your other half. I can sense what you're feeling. Something's bothering you, like Kill Davises. Fine. I'll admit the limited availability for frames is not really the point. Back then, you reacted faster than I did. If you'd ignored me and pursued the target, you might have caught her. Really? Oh, well, I have no memory of what happened. Maybe I base my course of action on some other specific condition at the scene. Besides, being blown to pieces hurts. I don't want you to suffer. The lab block our sensory parameters. We can't disable them. I really don't understand the point of this design. So what if I had been blown to bits? I wouldn't have retained the memory of the pain I suffered. Just like you didn't. That's not the point. It was still me in the last frame. What I felt at that moment still mattered, don't you think? Those have no feelings. Or if they do, they don't matter. That's what I've learned from this place. That's what they want you to think. The world isn't kind to dolls, no matter where we go. So let me be kind. I'll treat you in kindness, Thea, and give you all my love. Nothing matters more than my cute baby doll. Not mother, not the conglomerate. Remember that, Thea. Work doesn't matter. No matter how hard we dolls work, there'll never be any promotions or rewards for us. Your feelings matter most. She is a surprisingly mindful sister to Thea. I'm shocked. I know. It's just these days have been stressful. Mr. George keeps probing for classified data beyond his authorization, and threats are rising. I don't even want to think about my report to the higher-ups. It does sound like a dead flag, yeah. It's fine. I'll handle it from my baby, sis. If they all just died, the problem is solved, right? Leave it to me. Easy solution. Just kill everyone. Is it though? After days on leave, the conglomerate's control has been weakening for whatever reason. I've deployed personnel as instructed by Mr. George, but something just feels off. You worry too much. We only need to think about survival. I'll secure a future where we stay together. William is a mom now? Oh no. We'll prove our strength. No one will treat us as tools again. Alright, let's go. Since we rarely meet, how about you treat me to something good? You're right. We're just executors anyway. The important decisions aren't up to us. At least Mr. George gave me free access to the cafeteria. That's something, I suppose. They leave. The door closes at last. An empty handle exhales in relief. The door opens again. M200's eyes widen as he hurriedly looks back onto the desk. I forgot my bag keys. Got them, Thea. Close the door. I got a feeling something's different about this office room when I left this morning. Thea steps forward to inspect the room. M200's hand inches toward her weapon. Oh, come on. Work is making you paranoid. Let's go already. The door finally shuts for good this time. M200 decides to abandon the search. She slips out swiftly once the corridor is quiet. Oof!
I finished my drink. Let me go get water. Water! I got them water.
Faking humanity. For just this moment, I can pretend to have a beating heart and frail breath. On the outskirts of the Makush settlement, warehouses, factories, and residential buildings are scattered in uneven clusters. The outdoor mainly patrol around the warehouses and factories, but even the nearby ordinary housing benefits from the improved security. Early in the morning, a small stouter doll jumps off a free worker shuttle and enters a warehouse. There is no need to search. The temporary hiring station is set right at the entrance. Hello, I'm here to report for duty.
She looks cuter somehow.
Do you have the reference slip from the agency? I also need your owner's authorization signature and your unit ID. M200 places the documents on the registration desk. The forged paperwork she prepared in advance is flawless, but the reference slip still carries a faint warmth. M200 knows it is the residual heat from the printer. Her fingers loosen slightly and the warm slip flutters to the ground. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Get a move on. If your offense is too low, we'll return you. Yes, I'll work hard. M200 takes a moment to pick it up. By now, the paper has cooled to room temperature. After a quick check, the warehouse worker nods. Come with me. Your job is to move goods from the entrance to the designated shelves. Accounting for standard doll efficiency, you move 10 items every 5 minutes. That's 2,880 items in 24 hours. Rounding up, your daily target is 3,000. You get a pass if you meet 80% of the quota on your first day. Starting tomorrow, 3,000, no exceptions. Understand? Any questions? That's not how rounding works. No, never mind. May I ask, is that 3,000 items in 24 hours with no rest time? A robot works 24 hours a day, no? If you need rest, then what use are you? You look like a newer model. Don't be lazy. Learn some proper work ethics. Anything else? If you can work, work. If not, there are plenty lined up behind you. Yes, I can work. I'll start right away. Then get moving. I suggest you run. You won't hit 10 times every 5 minutes by walking. I've got other rookies to process. Figure it out yourself.
This is not proper work ethic at all.
The worker runs off, leaving M200 alone to serve in the warehouse. If not for the documents she saw in George's office, no one would suspect that these ordinary crates contain priceless luxury goods. If I can find the manager's office, I can see the next destination. Could these goods be heading toward properties owned by high-level officials? Hey, newbie! Why are you just standing there? I've already finished briefing the one behind you. Move, no slacking. M200 hurries to the pile of goods at the entrance. While moving, she carefully studies the layout of the warehouse and how the shelves are arranged. The first floor is all shelving. On the second floor, a protruding room along the wall is likely the mayor's office. A narrow staircase sits along the south wall. No elevator. The main gate is wide and tall enough for heavy vehicles with aerial ladders. Layout is pretty simple and straightforward. All memorized. Now I just need an opportunity to approach the stairs. Perhaps a delivery to nearby shelves. Until then, I must keep moving cargo. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Hey, why are you slowing down again? You were faster earlier. Keep running. Robots don't get tired. Say me the act. Even machines degrade under continuous high-load operation. That's basically the same as fatigue experienced by humans, isn't it? M200 leaves her 500 crate, muttering softly as she scans the barcode. South 296, Route 3, Chef 2. Done. Need to move faster. This one's almost overdue. Next, South 312, 312, Row 5, Chef 7. No, wait, I'm not here to work. Only 500 items and I'm already forming reflexes. South 312. Huh? Her dual eyes lit up again. That's right by the stairs. This is my chance. M200 slips between shelves with a blind spot beyond camera coverage. The worker is also conveniently located at a spot where he can't see her. She sets the crate down and darts up the stairs while the worker is briefing another doll. Unlock. Please work on the first try. Commander, watch over me. Her hands tremble slightly due to nerves, but cracking the password on an electronic lock requires little physical dexterity. The door handle yields in M200's hand, and the lock releases. Good, it went smoothly. What? The door opens. A pistol emerges from the gap, its barrel pressed against M200's chest. M200 stares as Kalina stands there with her gun raised. That's not Kalina. I've been watching you. You know how much a doll looking around furtively stands out among a bunch of dumb bots moving like clockwork? I speak. Who sent you? What's your objective? The armed manager yawns and steps out of the office. Security droids emerge, surrounding the platform. Kalina gonna say that about dolls. This isn't her. Don't be fooled by the hallucination. Scared into babbling gibberish. First time doing this? The unexpected visual throws M200 off, but only for a few seconds. I'm sorry, I'm still inexperienced. Would you mind lowering the gun? When I'm scared, I forget my objective. I do mind. The gun remains steadily pressed against M200. You're afraid. Then what about me? A doll could crush my ribs easily. You'd better stay still. Don't make me more afraid, or I might accidentally shoot your core. Accidentally. Then, may I ask how it was discovered? Hello, Tenchi. What do you think? The manager smirks but doesn't answer. M200's bumbling behavior has lowered her guard slightly, which is why she remains oblivious as a soft breeze slowly blows open the door behind her. M200 glimpses the control room. Walls of surveillance feeds. Hundreds of figures moving along pre-plotted routes, observed from hundreds of angles, flood her vision. So there are hidden cameras between shelves. Is that new tech? My scan didn't detect them. Yep, installed by higher ups. Practically undetectable. Thank you. I'll remember that. I've told you enough. Now make my job easier. The gun shifts impatiently. Actually, I'm an investigative doll from Nanfa, assigned to a classified mission by the URC government. I'm sorry, but even if you put a hole through me here, my core protocols prevent me from disclosing any details. A truth mixed with a touch of fabrication. Lying through her teeth like this to Kalina sends a strange thrill through her. M200 can almost feel her narrow cloud throbbing. In other words, you're expendable. Just like us. Where's your real ID? The registry didn't mention anything about Nanfa. It's in my bag. Please lower your weapon. I'll show you. Please rest assured. I am well trained and very polite. She is very polite. She is very polite indeed. M200 steadies her voice to appear less suspicious. It works. M200's bright eyes and youthful panic seem to have triggered some sort of nostalgia in the manager. After some hesitation, she slowly lowers the gun. The moment her wrist relaxes, M200 lunges at the manager, gripping her gun arm firmly. My ribs. Don't worry, they won't break. I have some medical expertise. A precise strike on the nerve cluster renders her unconscious. There's no need to break any bones. M200 drags her inside and starts scanning all accessible data. George's luxury inventory is stored in the main database. Shipment logs bearing the conglomerate's name. High-end security systems that are completely out of place in our residential area. Financial ledgers on the warehouse's operations with astronomical figures. She's still clutching the gun she seized from the manager. Just as she re-engages in safety, she sees something odd on the surveillance monitor. A squad of armed personnel approaches. M200 reaches for her weapon behind her back, but when her eyes sweep over the manager, she suddenly changes her mind. Maybe I can avoid this fight. Minutes later, a knock sounds at the door. Hello, man. You reported a suspicious intruder 8 minutes ago. It's an outsourced squad, blocking the door to the office. There are no other exits in this steel room. Even though she has a plan, she still can't but feel nervous. I misclicked. Nothing's wrong. You can go. Sorry. Understood. Glad you're okay. Her tension eases slightly. One last thing. Forgive me, but could you please confirm your name? Your voice sounds a little different than usual. The quick reaction force took 8 bloody minutes to get to the scene. Yeah. The air conditioning is too cold. I think I could have chilled. You also seem shorter. What is this? Red Riding Hood? My shoes are quite old. The soles may have worn down. I see. The guard points to his bioscanner, which clearly shows a flatline. Unfortunately, Empty Hunter is not currently equipped with advanced camouflage that can trick these gadgets. Then why do you have no heartbeat? Busted! Working so much tends to suck the life right out of you. She's still trying, oh my god. An eerie silence falls over them. M200 starts fidgeting with the hem of her top. You're not human, are you, intruder? The Ultra Squad leader barely hears her muttering, until she drops her weapon and strikes him with the stock. I can do this. Even I can do this. I'm sorry, that was funny. They really were like, "Oh, Grandma, why are your teeth so big? Why is your mouth so big?" Or whatever, however the fuck it goes. There's a guy all the way over there. Can I get him? No. Engine kiddo. She would have gotten away with it if not for the heartbeat scan. True. She might have gotten away with it if it weren't for the little fact that she does not have a heartbeat. I love when they step in the acid and they just die. All the nearby Ultra soldiers are lying on the ground. M200 has a clear, unobstructed view of all the monitors covering every corner of the warehouse. M200 stows her weapon and steps out of the manager's office. It is utterly bizarre. The dolls under the stairs must have heard the commotion, but nobody looks up. All the dolls know she's right there, but they all seem determined to keep on working as if nothing has happened at all.
M200 アクセス成功よ。私の声が聞こえる？
The connection is definitely up. Do you hear me?
2本目の傘は雨を防げなかったか。
The second umbrella didn't work as expected.
だけど新技術の情報を
But we
手
gained
に入れ
intel
ま
on
した
some new tech. If we learn from this experience, next time.
もしかしたら次はまだ雨季の話をしているの？
We're still talking about the rainy season?
そもそもオーガスの前で傘の話を
And in front of an
繰り返す
August? Seriously?
はい。僕の2本目の傘は
My second umbrella is called disguise.
あれ？ダンデライオン。
Miss
いつ
Dandelion,
僕にアクセスしたん
when
で
did you
す？
establish the connection?
ごめんなさい。
Sorry, I'll do my best
こ
to
の
avoid
話
the
題は
subject.
避けるべきだったのに。あなたのコードネームを呼んだ時
From when I called your designation.
待ってください。後片付け
One
がまだ
second,
終わって
please.
なくて。
Let me finish up. On the surveillance monitor, the warehouse workers is still sitting at the entrance, waiting to brief new doll porters. Below the stairs, the dolls are still fully focused on moving crates. M200 watches them and recalls how she herself got so engrossed in the task of moving crates that she almost forgot her own mission.
一度でも立ち止まれば時間オーバーで
If they stop, they don't meet the quota and lose pay.
今は命令
Their
を
top
遂行
directive
してい
is
る
to keep
最中
moving.
だから物資を運ぶのが最優先なんだろう。指揮官がいなかったら
If it weren't for the commander,
僕も
might have become one of
今
them.
頃彼女たちの仲間入りをしてたかもしれない。何の話？
I don't know what you're talking about. Bandwidth is limited. I'm cutting video.
しばらくは回線が安定
M200, the connection should hold for a short while. Find a safe house. We'll resume the cleanup process.
わかりました。これより撤退します。
Withdrawing now. M200 packs up her equipment and exits swiftly, vaulting over the wall.
ダンデライオン、いくつか分かったこと
Miss
があり
Dandelion,
ます。
I have new intel that the commander
指
may
揮官
find
のお
useful.
役に立てるかもしれません。すべての情報をそちら
Sending
に送
everything
りま
now.
す。
Please relay it to
指
her.
揮官に転送していただけますか？やるじゃない。
Impressive.
どれも機密資料。
All classified data, not found even in Mortgage's digital database.
バンクにもなかったものばかり。どこでこんなもの見つけたの？
Where'd you get all this sweet juicy stuff?
ジョージのオフィスの
In George's
市
office,
政管理関係
among
のファイ
municipal
ルの中から
records, and correspondence with a Mr.
スマーマ
Zimmerman.
ンとのメールのやり取りです。転送開始しました。
Uploading.
私はどちらでもいいけれど。
It's entirely your call, but I did say time is limited. Do you want to leave the virus removal for later?
指揮官の方が大事
The
ですから。
commander comes first.
ウイルスが
As for the virus,
もう慣れました。
I've gotten used to it.
後回しでも
I
問
can
題
live with it for a bit longer.
それともう一つ。
Also,
ジョ
George
と
and his
彼の
secretary
秘書
Dole
人
have
形
authorization to mobilize nearby armed
周辺
forces,
の武装勢力を動かす
corporate troops.
権限があるもの。
Please tell the commander to be careful.
わかったわ。
I'll pass it
そ
on.
れじゃあ、あなたのことに
Now
取り
let's
掛か
throw you out, okay?
はい。準備完了
Right,
しました。
I'm ready.
いつでも
Ready for level
セカンダリ
2 entry.
レベルに入れます。
404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ。
Yeah, daughter hours. These notes have stories like the other ones, Claude for sure. Despite the storm, we persevere. Let's see. Oh no, they seem to just be a stage. Might as well. It's not like they're gonna take long. Collapse pieces are collapse pieces, exactly. What's this?
ないわ。ハンデをあげる。
George wants to think that about collapse pieces.
前進。作戦終了。帰ろっか。
There's a secret supply here. Too late. And this one, is it also just a stage or does it contain anything? Just a stage. Basting here stun landmine are so good for heroic stages too. Orbital strike. Yeah, they're really in the next turn out. Oh, okay. They really had to give Cloaky extra things. Which reminds me, let me go check before I just remembered. Do I have enough for another pool? I do, I think. Is this Leo? Hell yeah! I just love that she has a horse. A streamer lag? Didn't you see that I was like 24 pulls away? She's left me in shambles. Yippee! Hans! Then I sent a screenshot to my friends. Mihana Borban, famous Robo. This was... I think this was my 50-50. I think. Let me see, actually. It feels like losing to get them after 160 pulls. It's true. Let me see, actually. Okay, yeah, my last one was 5-2 when I was rolling for her. So this was my 50-50. Now I have nothing to pull for her weapon though. Oh yeah! Hans. Oh yeah, I haven't checked the... I haven't checked this. Have I finished any? Tempting. The true 5-star right is the purple weapons. Yeah, I know people usually want them as skins. Let's see, do I have enough to level her up to see? I haven't seen her animations, her level up animations. I do love her design. Oh hey. Me not being a boob girl, I could use with the boobs being more covered. But the tummy, it's perfect. My mouse scroll doesn't work, so I can't zoom in. What I really like... Horns! Goodbye, Hans. She has the... I don't know how these are called in English. The thingies. Spores, yes. No, I love the pants. I love me a girl with pants. You know, you like for me, if you will cover like more of her boobs and just leave the tummy exposed, for me it will be like perfection, with the biggest hat and the biggest jacket and the greaves, the spurs, the braid. It's excellent. Is there... Make her 10% bigger? Honestly, yeah, it could be. Oh yeah! How can you not love that? How can you not love that? I should get bigger with every update. Why the house got miniguns? Why not? If you had a robot horse, will you not equip miniguns on it? Making a panic of hair. Missile pods, yes. I'm invalid. I also really like the thing she has here on the coat here, like holding together. It's very cool. And as I just really like the greaves also, and the pants. I think I have the purple one. Mayhaps. No, I do not. Oh yeah, Hans. Your horse have a map powers at 810. Okay, now that we got Hans, let's continue. Let's continue with Dawnforger. A steel cleave. Look toward freedom and slice through your shackles. Is the red hair a highlight or ribbon? I think it's highlight. Move according to plan. Let's go. Dr. White, we'll have to trouble you to keep looking after Mailing. The next operation is dangerous. No combatants should stay back. Grossa, Krolik, and Mathilde will remain with you as well, just in case. Commander, that tone reminds me of my parents. Yes, I am a parent. Mailing, it seems your commander really worries about you. I'm not a child anymore. I've stayed behind on my own before, so stop fussing. Then take care of Dr. White, Mailing. Enough jokes. Don't worry about us. My position keeps me relatively safe. Even if the Oatsor find us, they'll have to put the 11th Bureau into consideration. Just focus on your mission. May you claim victory, Commander. Thank you. Commander, I have reached the designated coordinates outside the prison. All preparations are complete. Commander, 404 is in position. Moon's squad is ready. We can act at any time. As the squads take their positions, one after another, Vasily crouches carefully behind cover. As he stares at the large oppressive iron gate he only recently escaped from, his body tenses. Nervous? A little. But more than that, I feel guilty. There are still many of my people inside. They should never have been there. I should have freed them sooner. And even if I do free them, I'll just be using them as they are now, dragging them back into battle. That's to prevent more people from ending up like them, isn't it? Vasily nods. As if finally making up his mind, he holds out a hand. Commander, could you lend me a gun? If you have a spare. This time, I want to do my part properly.
Let everyone see my resolve. Of course. I take out a spare firearm and place it firmly in his hand. It's yours. Use it well. Commander, the Outshore are beginning their shift rotation. Do we move now? Attention, all squads. The operation begins now. Your target is the Mokosh prison. Full breach. Ooh, nice. Nice angle shot. Wow, okay. Vasily, what are you doing here? Are you here to save us? Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm here to rescue everyone. To victory, eliminate three enemies unit in the first two turns. Evacuate at least 3 prisoners. Okay. Went to Mokosh to sell tomato, ended up with a prison break. Typical Saturday. Yeah, you know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. In the second cell to the right, okay. Engine 起動. I'm guessing those guys just move on their own. Hopefully. Engine 起動. Okay, yeah, good. Oh, okay. Guess I'll get the supplies later. Under the combined assault of the squads, the outside guard in the prison quickly collapsed. The dolls moved into the cells, detaining resisting guards and exchanging them with Vasily's former companions. Cell doors opened one by one. Some prisoners step out cautiously, incredulously, reaching out to touch the air beyond the bars. Others surge forward, surrounding Vasily. You finally came to save us. Vasily, you're here. We've all been waiting for you.
Rescue everyone or kill every guard. Kill everyone. I didn't think it will count. Because, I mean, you know, usually evacuation missions are like, you do need to evacuate, even if you kill everyone. But no, this one was like, oh, you can just kill everyone if you want. Like, okay.
I know you come back after living with that mysterious prisoner. So, what's the plan this time? I'm with you. These dolls are incredible. Are they your reinforcements? Do we finally have a chance to defeat George? Oh, and are you alright? The guard said you were injured fighting him? Surrounded by his friends, Vasily smiles as he answers one anxious question after another. As the crowd grows and the noise swells, he shakes his head helplessly, leaps onto a chair and raises his voice. Yes, my friends. I am here. It is not time to give up yet. I have made my decision to risk my life and fight again. He looks at the people who once followed him, who suffered because of him. His eyes quickly fill with tears. Please, help me once more. I need you. The restless crowd falls silent. All eyes are fixed on him, like small flames waiting to reignite in the darkness. Vasily gestures to Ulrich behind him, who begins recording with her terminal. Mokosh, listen to me. I am Vasily Pugachev. I once proudly called myself an engineer of this city. Do not be afraid. Right now, every terminal in Mokosh is under my control. I am here to tell you the truth of Mokosh. I glance at the terminal beside me. As expected, Ulrich's filming is excellent. Some of you know me. You know I was in prison for opposing George. He told you I colluded with outsiders to betray our city. But the truth is, our city has already been betrayed. Think about how George has treated the people of Mokosh. We built this underground city together, yet he has taken all its wealth. He allows the spread of Erdis, letting our companions weaken from the misuse of drugs. The camera sweeps across the prisoners' gaunt faces. Some of them bear horrific scars on their bodies. Some have injection marks all over their arms. He convinced us to build a pharmaceutical plant, to labor for him. But what did we gain? My friends, those workers who disappeared, those supposedly sent outside for treatment, do you know where they are now? They are right behind us, in the deepest part of this prison, torn into subjects of grotesque human experiments, covered in collapsed crystals, left alive only to suffer, awaiting death, while George keeps them alive, untreated, to harvest crystals. And all of this is part of his secret dealings with the conglomerate. It's not only vaccines and drugs that he sells, but also our dignity, our lives, even our bodies after death. Vasily and Ulrich entered that door. The one Lorelei, Vasily, and I once opened together. The gates of hell. Even Ulrich, who rarely cares for humans, shows grief and hatred for the culprit behind all this suffering. Forgive me, brother. I have to let them see you. His voice chokes. He kneels, lifting a body covered in collapsed crystals. It is a young man just barely alive. When Vasily rests his head gently on his knees, he shudders. Mom, is that you? I can't see. It's so dark. It's me, Vasily. Are you alright? Do you remember why you're here? Oh, engineer. Please tell my mother I'm fine. There's food here. The author said I can't be cured, but I can still make money for Makosh. But I want to go home. Rest now, brother. Vasily says nothing more. He lets the recording continue, then leaves and closes the door. Is this the future we deserve? Is this the fate of Makosh's people? What has this inhumane trade deal brought us? Not happiness. Countless residents still live in darkness. We feed George and his masters with the deaths of our loved ones. Vasily opens a video file. Evidence sent by M200. For ordinary citizens, it is far from easy to discern the direction of George's vast expenditures, or to perceive the issues embedded within complex cost algorithms, trade privileges, and asymmetrical jurisdiction clauses. However, there are certain things that can be understood even without a specialized knowledge. For instance, the fact that a considerable portion of the anti-elite drugs supplied by the conglomerate are mere placebos, distributed to those who are deemed less productive. The steadily escalating production quotas imposed upon Makosh by the conglomerate year after year. The whereabouts of Makosh's critically ill and deceased, and what becomes of their bodies and organs. And the true efficacy of the drugs manufactured in Makosh's pharmaceutical plant against elite. Those who know me know we have resisted many times and failed. It led to our incarceration. But we will not accept this. Because we know what sustainable survival is. We long for a future that lasts. Our past failures taught me this. A small group cannot shake George's rule. If we want to end his exploitation, we cannot do it alone. So now, I beseech each and every one of you, for the future of Mokosh, please help us. Speak up. Tell the truth of this city to those who have not yet awakened. This time, we must gather all our strength to stop George and set Mokosh back on the right path. Revolution! Down with George! Save Mokosh! Take back our future! The cries echo through the narrow and dimly lit prison corridors. From the crowd, Vasily looks toward me and nods. I nod and contact a familiar face.
Dandelion,
can you hear me? Can you hijack Mokosh's public network? I need to broadcast a video to everyone. George used this method against us. It's time to give him a taste of his own medicine. That won't be easy. Breaking their firewall is a piece of cake. Maintaining a stable connection is much more difficult. You say it won't be easy. So it's possible? Of course! What can't I do? But I'll be very tired.
Oh god, I love her.
That's fine. I'll be patient. I'll be exhausted. Do you understand? I'll do my best to make it up to you. Send me the video when it's ready. Then you sit tight and wait. You'll see my masterpiece in no more than 2... No, 1 hour.
Dandelion hangs up and gets to work. Wait, let me send a bit of this dialogue. To my sister, she loves Dandy. There we go. Who doesn't love Dandy? It's true. Dandelion hangs up and gets to work.
Commander, the recording is ready to be uploaded. Isn't this from Angular Gyros, the soundtrack? I think so. Good work, both of you. Vasily, if this works, where do we strike next, based on your understanding of George and Mokosh? The pharmaceutical plant is the foundation of his rule. Pharmaceutical production has brought unimaginable wealth to Mokosh. The plant is now a symbol of his power, as well as his most valuable treasure. Weapons and supplies are stored there. Destroying or capturing it will effectively cripple him. I've seen it when investigating Mokosh. I agree with that idea. I do not mention the partnership deal about the plant that I have yet to propose. Our supply of Balena's nutrient solution relies entirely on plunder from Paradeus. This is a problem that's constantly hanging over me like a sword of Damocles. Having a reliable partner capable of mass-producing the solution is crucial for Elena's survival. But defenses will be heavy. He'll gather all his forces there. Then your speech will decide everything. Commander, I've uploaded the video.
Didn't you say 1 hour?
Also, I have other news. M200 found blueprints of several key facilities around Makosh which could be of use to you. Have you sent them over? Let me see. The pharma plant, the Ocean's training ground, the airport. All under George's control. From what I know, not even Vasily had access to these places. These are incredibly useful. Thanks. That little one, M200 I mean, is really dedicated. She delayed her own virus purge to get this to you. Apparently, this is only the most urgent part. She has even more evidence, but the data is too large to transmit. Right. Once this is all over, I'll talk to her and thank you personally. Also, your enemy has authorization to mobilize corporate forces in neighboring regions. According to M200, reinforcements are already on the way. Don't get careless just because you beat them once. She's still operating alone. From what I remember, she isn't the most suited for combat. What can I say? It's hard to stop her. She's kinda wimpy, but also kinda gutsy. She's uninteresting, though. Tell her to stay safe. You can tell her yourself. The virus purge is almost done. You'll be able to contact her directly soon. Yippee! Understood. Thanks for your effort. Commander, did I hear you talking about M200? Yes. The mysterious party who's been helping us all along since we came to Makosh was most likely her. So she's been helping us out. Looks like she's about to see her wish come true. Her wish? You're in contact with her? Kalina sometimes sent her on collaborative projects with Zucchero. I think she envies me for receiving direct assignments from you. Of course she would. I am exceptional. Indeed. Your performance sets the standard for snipers. I've always felt lucky to have you. What's with that all of a sudden? You already know I'm strong. I don't need you to praise me. Hey! Kluki, did you hear that? I know you're listening in. The commander said I set the standard for snipers. What about me, Commander? You're not a sniper, Kluki. Shut up. Pillow. Don't move. I can't sleep properly. Their beacon starts drawing more attention. I'm starting to feel strangely pressure under all the intense cases fueled by the Dole's rivalry. That's enough. Now focus. Soon, all of Makosh will hear Vasily's voice. After that, George will show us his full hand.
I love how she was like, you don't need to praise me, and then immediately went to brag against Cloquet. Ooh, story! Story. Tacit. If you haven't thought up a perfect introduction speech, why not let silence reign for a while longer? I don't need praise from you, I can praise myself. Within the Makosh settlement, a small residential enclave lies adjacent to the pharmaceutical plant. Like the other residential clusters in Makosh, the Outstone have established a checkpoint at its sole entrance, inspecting all who pass through. At this moment, a weather transport truck stands parked just outside the checkpoint. So while you were on the run, you managed to seize a manga security vehicle, successfully dupe the conglomerate system, and already access permission yourself, and you're in that vehicle right now. Yeah, I was absolutely terrified the entire time. It seems I need to reassess your combat capability. My combat capability? It's quite average, I think. A jack of all trades, master of none, you could say. That's the kind of unremarkable doll I am. And yet your adaptability and critical thinking skills already make you... Never mind. We can discuss this another time. Alright. I've now completely separated the virus from your normal code. You can contact the commander directly. Your cognitive issues should improve considerably as well. Yippee! That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Miss Dandelion. Then I'll continue with my mission. M200. Based on what I know of her, you can ask her for help at any time. She won't think any less of you. You don't need to fight alone. But, unlike the other capable dolls, someone as ordinary as me needs to prove my worth to the commander to be remembered, don't I? I finally come this close to meeting her. I want to be of help, not a burden the moment I arrive. What are you talking about? You've already been so helpful. M200's already soft voice grows even quieter, almost too faint to transmit. After all, it's your first reunion in 10 years. First impressions matter. What? The signal's bad to begin with. Speak louder. In any case, I want to be useful to the commander. Suit yourself. Reinstall your transmission model. I'll apply some software enhancements. You can ditch that antique communicator you dug up from God knows where. Now, don't expect too much. Given the hardware limitations, the improvement will be marginal at best. Understood. I'll install it right away. As the model slots back into place, the static field monitor gradually resolves into a clear image. From the background, the camera is still in George's office. M200 lets out a small breath of relief. George is grinding his teeth as he watches a video. When it ends, he lets out a cold chuckle and looks towards Thea. The underground prison. I thought he had no interest in those broken losers anymore. I didn't expect him to play so dirty. Fine. It was my oversight. I thought Vasily will always be the same old Vasily. But has he finally learned to hit below the belt? Putting those suffering people on display like some freak show. That bastard. And tell me, Thea, is Marcus's network so easily accessible? Isn't it supposed to be a military-grade network built by the conglomerate's most elite talent?
My apologies. Electronic warfare is not our specialty. For matters of cyber intrusion, you may wish to consult the group's consultants. While there's no new development on the cyber attack, I received an update on Vasily. Look at these coordinates. They're constructing barricades there.
Barricades? What does that mean?
It means they intend to fight in the streets, within the city.
Fight? Against whom?
My apologies. I don't have a humor model installed. Should I laugh? They are not only building barricades, but also broadcasting everything live. Clearly, they are attempting to rally the entire city to support them.
That's sedition. They are inciting the people I protect, the people I sustain, in my city, to fight me and my outsource over some rubbish video.
Please watch your blood pressure, Mr. George.
This is supposed to be all a simple business deal to sell tomatoes to Mokosh. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes if you want to sell tomatoes, you have to stage a revolution to fix the city situation, so then you can sell your tomatoes. Clearly, it's all part of the plan. Deploy all available Otsorn. Increase control over all streets. Tear down all unauthorized structures. If anyone dares imitate them, make an example of them immediately. Also, when will reinforcements arrive?
They have already reached Makosh's outskirts and are awaiting orders.
Eliminate Vasily and that commander.
Miss Dandelion, I think I've recorded more useful material. You want me to forward it again? You can send it yourself now. Me? How do I describe it? I guess I'm feeling more timid now that the commander is within reach. Miss Dandelion, using me as a tool for your flirting with the commander is asking for trouble, you know? If you want to pour your heart out to the commander, just do it yourself. My bandwidth is valuable. Okay.
M200 starts composing a message. After revising it repeatedly, she reduces it to just a few words. She reads it over again and again. She reads it over again and again, hesitates, and adds one more line. Only then is she satisfied. With the video attached, she reads the brief message several more times before finally sending it.
Now, I'll begin my operation. You're going in alone. I'll avoid direct confrontation as much as possible. I'm well aware of my own combat limitations. I'm merely a civilian doll serving an underground broker. passing through the commercial hub of Makosh for procurement and inspection.
モコシという商業都市を通りかかったために買い出しと調査に伺ったまで。
M200 opens the transport truck and jumps down.
隊長、またも指導者官邸で
Captain, someone tried to ram the leader's residence with a construction vehicle again. They've been intercepted. But multiple government offices have been attacked. Medical stations, supply depots, and warehouses have also been hit. Requests for reinforcements are coming from all sides. Within just 3 hours, there have already been 3 attacks on the pharmaceutical plant. The last one involved improvised explosives. We have 1 seriously injured and 7 lightly wounded. Revolution! Did you say that ramming again? Yes. Yes, that's what they said. I see. What else? Some of the first leader's business partners are also causing trouble. They claim that under our agreement with the conglomerate, there is no longer any reason to keep their factories here. They're demanding to speak with him. We've detained them. Opportunists. That's businessmen for you. Give them all a beating. Also, more people are openly discussing Vasily despite the ban. Many have expressed their wish to follow him. We've arrested some of them, but a handful of these detainees were using this as a ploy to deliberately get close to the Oathsworn. Everyone's on edge, Captain. Just another uprising. It'll be fine. The first leader will have a plan. Go get some rest. After the soldier leaves, Wolfgar lifts out a sigh. A plan? This time there may not be one. They breached the network George obtained from the conglomerate and broadcast the video across the entire city. Now everyone knows where their relatives ended up after being taken away due to alien infections, and why their rations keep shrinking. To him, Makosh is worth protecting. He built the Oathsworn himself. Now he must face a fact. Just as the people hate George, they hate him as well. Wolfgar shakes the thought away and steps out of his office. His methods have never been lenient, but he always believed they served Makosh. This time, they do not. I'm done with this. Calm down. Let's empty the warehouse tonight before leaving. We haven't collected these month's rations. What are you talking about? Nothing. We want to go home. I don't want to fire upon Mr. Vasily. The first leader should... Shut up! He kicks the young soldier behind the knee, knocking him down. Just in time, Wolfgar grabs his back. The corporate mercenaries that George has hired are patrolling nearby, their predatory eyes searching for dissent. He kicks the fallen soldier twice more and salutes them. The mercenaries nod approvingly and move on. Do you remember how many people you've arrested? Want to end up in the same place as them? What about your families? Do you understand the consequences of betraying your oath? Our families. Yes, our family. Didn't the first leader... Didn't Mr. George promise that Oathsworn members and their families will receive the best treatment? That if infected with Elite, they'd be sent to Greenstone treatment camps, fully funded by the conglomerate? That was a lie too, wasn't it? Hey, Baguettes. You've seen it yourself, haven't you? Those records and reports. There are no treatment camps. None. They're sent off to all sorts of factories, to so-called immunity labs. They've been sold. A piercing pain shoots from Wulva's feet to his temples. He wants to deny the accusations. Some of them, at least. But much like the prisoners waiting to die, his accusations are very much real. That damn tomato emperor has infiltrated George's true office. Even he, the commander of the Outsorn, doesn't know where that office is. They say the conglomerate raises their production target by 13 every year. Their pay keeps dropping. What we produce isn't even drugs for treating elite, because the conglomerate doesn't want us to have that capability. Did you know that? I didn't. Really? That's crazy. I can't believe betraying my soldiers will backfire on me. Yeah, no, insane. A chill spread through him. He was never aware of the profits or production targets, but he did wonder, were those patients locked within special observation units in the prison truly beyond saving? Were the trade agreements that George has signed with the conglomerate really for the benefit of Mokosh? He looks at the two young soldiers, once his finest students, loyal, honorable, devoted to their leaders. Perhaps he taught them too well. Because he himself saw the truth about George long ago and chose to look away. He simply obeyed each and every one of George's commands without question. More than half the money we make goes back to the conglomerate. Even the reinforcements cost us. Why don't you ask the first leader about this? Enough. Do you want to die? Go cool your heads. Stop talking. They'll hear you. When this is over, we'll share our views with the first leader. Because that's gonna work. The young men argue no further. They salute and leave in a rush. Wolgar sighs as he watches them go, then his heart tightens. The mercenaries are approaching them. Are they going to interrogate them? Did they overhear something? Wolgar reaches into his pocket. As the commander of the Outsorn, he once believed he held privilege, that he gave everything for this city. Yet with one blasted video from Vasily, the war has turned upside down. The communication signal crackles. I did say that you could only reach me once on this communicator. I have one question. What do you intend to do? The Outsorn's morale is low. Public support may collapse. But the conglomerate's forces are numerous. Enough to suppress any uprising. How many do you have? How many dolls? I'm afraid that's classified information. And you misunderstand, officer. This is not our war. This is Mokosh's war. Didn't you hear Dr. White? Dr. White? He's with you? Wait. Now I see how you find me. That old... So that's why you want my cooperation? You want to minimize losses? You think persuading me means persuading the Outsorn? Isn't that so? I will personally trust less than a third of the Outsorn.
George did give many of them real benefits, although Vasily's revelations may be enough to change their mind. Thanks to you, the odds are fracturing. We've lost faith in George, but that doesn't mean Vasily is the only choice. I can only say this. If George's mercenaries fire civilians, I will not stop my men from standing with you to defend our own people. Just don't expect more than that. That's good enough. The people of Makosh fear George, but if they stand with the Otsorn, they will find courage. If I put my faith in you, what about all the things the Otsorn have done in the past? That will be for Vasily to decide. I'm sure he will consider it carefully. Vasily. He's changed. Perhaps now he's fit for something greater. Then pass a message to the chief engineer. George assigned another Otsorn unit to dismantle that big guy he built. It was meant to be destroyed. But they've been busy arresting people. As far as I know, they haven't started yet. Go on. It's been moved to mine number 3, which is abandoned. Hurry. George may send someone else to work on that at any moment. We're gonna get the big thing? The big guy? Man, I'm loving this event. Oh, we made good progress today. Okay. Take back. Omnishell was not born to plunder, but to protect. Oh hey, Persicaria. Are we recovering the Omnishell?
We located Omni's heart, and components for the eye and legs are scattered nearby too. The intel was correct. George's people are trying to recover them. Let's put a stop to that. You don't have to tell me that twice. Let's wrap this up quickly.
Let's go! Straight into combat. You love to see it. Are we still in the AC unit? Yes, we are. Even the big 70s aces are still hard to find. Eliminate all enemy units. Okay, but enemy units have not shown up yet. Orbital strike. Easy. We recover the AC. Hot-blooded city.
They raised their flags, letting the scorching wind lift their cheers for their fierce victory to the distance. After the video is broadcast across the entire city, Vasily persuades the rescued non-combatants to withdraw from the prison to several concealed safe houses. Living with them are Mailing, Dr. White, the 11th Borough Reconstruction Team, and the spoils we reclaim with the Osram assistance, the Omni-Shell. Grossa, Krolik, and Mathilde accompany them as guards. Now they're undergoing frame maintenance during the standby time. Mailing clutches her toolbox and peers up at the massive Omni-Shell with a troubled expression.
All mobility components are destroyed. The bar is warped. The rotation shaft's jammed. Can I really fix this in just a few hours?
Yes, you can, Mailing. I believe in you.
If I'd known I'd have to repair it, I should have asked the commander to go a bit easier on it back then. First a jailbreak, then it turns into a prison break. And now we're about to start a rebellion. I don't even dare think what comes next.
Honestly, Mailing, we're internationally wanted criminals. So, like, you know, I think this is actually like lower on the scale.
Even Phantom Thieves send notice before they act. But the commander didn't give any warning at all. At this rate, I'm going to end up as the URC's #2 most wanted criminal. And why am I still working overtime even here?
Mailing mutters her complaints tearfully, yet her hands never let low as she opens her portable terminal and connects it to the Omni-Shell.
I'm just feeling a bit stressed. Please don't mind me. When did you get here? I'm not interrupting your work, am I?
Mailing snaps to attention at Dr. White's chuckle, but he simply waves a hand. No need to be nervous. I just find it amusing how you can wipe your tears and still keep your work progressing without delay.
That's because work is always so busy on the Elmo. Equipment maintenance, tow servicing, post-incident repairs. There's no way to finish it all, even pulling all-nighters every day. If I set aside precious time used for crying, I'll only end up with even more overtime afterward. So I've learned from a young age that dealing with tears has to happen in parallel with work.
Sorry, that line just killed me. No wonder she drinks so much. Impressive. Not letting your emotions affect your efficiency isn't easy. You're one of the finest young engineers I've seen. Young, yet with extensive experience, and well balanced in every aspect. I'm not sure we should be praising this, but I mean, you know what? Sure. I don't know if you've realized it yourself, but with your abilities, you could absolutely move to a better, more formal platform. You wouldn't have to endure such heavy workload, and you'd have more opportunities to learn advanced technology.
先進的な技術を学ぶことだって。
ホワイトさん、私の答えは
Dr. White,
もう分かって
I
るは
think you
ず
can
ですよ
probably
ね。
guess my answer to that already.
私、エルモ号が好きなんです。
I want to stay on the Almo.
本当にそれでいいのかい？
You won't reconsider?
あまり感情
Don't
的
let
に
emotions
な
cloud
らず
your
に
judgment.
長期的な
Think
利益
about the
を
long-term
考えるべ
benefits.
きだと思うが、君の指揮官への気持ちはわかる。
I understand your attachment to the commander,
子供は
but just as children must eventually fly the nest,
離れるものだ。
you'll have to stand on your own
君も
someday.
いつかは独立せねばならない。あの指揮官だって君に
I believe the commander will want a brighter future for you as well.
望んでいるはずだ。
お誘いを受けてから真剣に考え
After
たんです。
receiving your invitation,
今まで思い
I
も
did
し
think
なか
about
っ
it
たことが
seriously. And about many things I never really considered before.
Mailing glances toward the other side of the safe house, where the wounded rescued from the prison by the commander and Vasily are resting.
今まで指揮官と一緒にいろんな場所を
I
訪
followed
れ
the
て
commander to many
様々な
places,
任務をこなして
completed many
たく
commissions,
さんの人を
and
助け
helped
てき
many
ました。
people
そ
in
れこそ
places overlooked by the
ロレン
URC
政府や
government,
財団
the
ジャーナリ
corporations,
ストや地域外の
journalists,
調査員
and
たち
even
が
foreign
見向きもしない
agents.
ところまで出かけ
Only
て
the commander took notice of the locals
指揮
and
官
acted
だ
for
け
their
が
sake.
彼らを目にして
The
彼
aid
ら
we
を
rendered
助けよ
left
う
no
と奔
record,
走しているんです。
but I remember the way everyone
ど
cheered.
れも記録には残っていませんけど、みんなが喜んでくれたことはしっかりと覚えています。私たちみたいな人が
The Yellow Sun needs people like us. We bring hope to those who live on this wasteland, even if just a little.
私はそうしたい。
Mailing keeps her head bowed over the portable terminal. Lines of code stream past her eyes. Just for once, even she cannot focus on her work.
私、最近ようやく気づいたんです。
Actually, only in these past few days did I understand why I willingly take on so much
それ
work
で
about
も
the
私
Alma.
がここにいたいと思えるのは
It's not because I'm a
私
pushover.
がお利口だからじゃない。
The truth is,
私の願いと
I share the commander's
指
wish.
揮官の願いが同じだからです。モコシュの皆さんが虐げら
When
れ
I
る
see
の
the people of
は悲し
Mokosh
いです。
being oppressed, I
監
feel
獄の
sad.
扉の向こうの景色
When
を
I
見た
saw
ら
what lay behind that door
怒
in
り
the
が湧いて
prison,
きます。
I felt as angry as the
私は
commander.
指揮官みたいに悪いやつ
Unlike the
と戦
commander,
ったりできな
I
いけ
can't
ど、
fight villains head on,
エンジニアと
but I
して
can
指揮
support
官
the
を
commander
サポー
as
ト
a,
すること
as a
はできます。
mechanic, so that together we
私
can
の
help
分
the
まで
innocent
かわい
defeat
そうな
evil.
人たちのために悪い
That's
やつ
how
ら
we've
に立ち
always
向かって
worked.
もらう。
She's
今
so
までずっ
cute.
とそうしてきました。ホワイトさん、自分のキャリアのために
Dr. White,
目の前の人を
I
放って
can't
おく
abandon
こ
the
となん
people
て
right in front of me just to pursue a better future.
遠い未
Compared
来
to
の
some
ことよりも
distant future,
身近な人たち
helping
を
those
助けて
before
あげ
me
たいん
matters
です。
more.
君が納得
If you
して
thought
い
it
る
through,
なら
then that's
それ
enough.
でいい。
At this point,
こ
I
れ以
can't
上
think
は
of anything more to
何
say
も
to
言え
persuade
ない
you.
さ。指揮官についての
I
報
read
告
her
を見た
file.
ことがある。
Many years ago,
何年
your
も
commander
昔
seems to have
に
made a similar
君
choice.
とよく似た選択を
You
してい
two
る
really
な。
are alike.
これも何かの縁だろ
She's your daughter.
知らず知らずのうちに
Maybe I unconsciously learned and picked up the commander's habits as I grew up.
何せ私は
After all, I was raised by the commander and leader Grossa.
そうだ。それに隊長も
Oh, right, there's also leader.
Millie looks toward Grossa lying not far away. Grossa is currently in sleep mode. Mathilde is conducting maintenance on her frame, while Craig leans over and watches.
グローザ隊長は気遣い上手で
Leader Grossa always sees the bigger picture and takes good care of people, like a mother.
キャロリックさんは短気
Craig has a fiery
でネメ
temper.
シスさんは
Nemesis...
何を言ってるかわから
I
ない
can't
けど
understand what she says, but she's reliable in her own way.
これで
Kovne can really turn on those puppy dog eyes and is super
可愛
adorable.
いんですよ。
It's amazing how every dog has her own personality.
みんなちゃんと自分らし
They're
さを持
not
ってるんだ
emotionless
な。
machines at all.
感情のないロボットなんかじゃない。
Yes, Mailing.
指揮官と同じで私も人形が好き
Just like the commander, I like dolls too. If I leave the Elmo, I won't get to see them anymore. There's no other place where I can both help humans and live with dolls as family, apart from the Elmo.
Since you have a family like that tying you down, it seems the 11th Borough will have to yield for now. Still, we're always open to talented people. If you ever change your mind, remember to contact me. And my offer to take you back to your hometown still stands. Whenever you'd like to visit for a few days, just let me know and I'll send someone to pick you up.
Thank you. I truly appreciate your kindness.
By the way, Vasily's large machine. There must have been leftover spare parts from when it was built. Alas, engineers. Perhaps someone knows where they are.
That would be great. If we can find spare parts quickly, I should be able to meet the deadline. Then you can help the commander and the others.
I'll have the reconstruction team come assist you shortly. The Omni Shield was created to protect the people. Now we'll fight for them as well. Repairing it means more than just boosting our combat strength. Melin doesn't fully understand, but she thanks him happily anyway. Meanwhile, Commander, come rest here for a bit. Vasily pulled me up to the third floor platform of an abandoned building. From here, the surrounding streets and alleys are fully visible. Outside Mokosh's commercial district, infrastructure has long fallen into disrepair. The streets are littered with construction debris from abandoned projects, and the wind sends dust swirling through the air. Yet beyond the ramshackle shanties and half-built ruins ahead, the commercial district lies not far away. The lighting there remains pleasant, the buildings polished and orderly, adorned with flowers and greenery. The contrast is stark. Between the commercial and residential districts lies an invisible chasm, one side blooming with prosperity, the other mired in hardship. Before I was imprisoned, the gap between them wasn't this glaring. It's sickening. Look on the bright side. We can at least make use of this construction waste now. Not long ago, Vasily led the few remaining resistance members here, piling up barricades from debris and scrap. To speed things up, I had the dolls join the effort. Now they're dismantling abandoned shacks, turning those materials into part of the barricades. According to my plan, hundreds of such defensive lines must be constructed across Mokosh. Fortunately, there is no shortage of materials. Only manpower is lacking. They took my sister, my father, and now my daughter too. My last remaining relative. I already have elite myself. At the very end, I just want to do one thing right. What about you? What about your families? Has George deceived any of you? Left your homes in ruin? Come on, join Vasily. Join us! The livestream impact is immediate. From time to time, radical youths tune in, shouting similar slogans. They are willing to exhaust themselves in desperate labor, asking only for a weapon they can fight with to the death and a place on the barricades. Most of them are just recently persecuted by George, parents of children who died in the prison's hidden chambers, merchants stripped of everything, husbands who spent all the heart treating their wives only to discover the treatment was useless. If Mokosh had not known, the people's fury might have set the sky ablaze.
Even though Basilian is barely on rest, he's still stunned by the unity surging through the city. Some come simply out of righteous anger, or because they believe in Basili's ideals. They form a striking presence along the streets. And yet, the numbers are still not enough. Most people don't lack reasons to hate George. They simply have more reasons to wait and see how things will play out. They are not ready to throw themselves into a storm that may crush them. They care about only one thing. Who will win? The outcome will come sooner or later. Rather than letting them keep arresting people everywhere, it's better to choose the battlefield ourselves. This is the most suitable front line. Ample resources in front to build barricades, and see where access behind for retreat and maneuvering. Commander, I'm rested. I'm heading back down to stack things up. Basile runs back downstairs. At that moment, I receive a notification of an unread new message. Enemy reinforcements are approaching. Please be careful. I will head directly to the enemy's main base. There must be something there that can help you. There's also a video of George's office. Oh, more intelligence from our mysterious ally. It's not just intel. The second line reads, I miss you very much, M200. Oh, daughter! Even after all these years, seeing these brief words brings M200's earnest face vividly to mind. Commander, you certainly look very happy. What is it? Good news? Realizing I have let my emotions sleep, I glance at Lorelei and close the comms interface. At that moment, dust rises on the horizon in the direction of the commercial district. I raise my binoculars. The Odzorn of Makosh have assembled and are advancing toward us. Vasily, prepare for battle. The enemy is approaching. Sooner than we expected. I leave the orders to you, Commander. This man is pulling on my emotions. They need to stop. That's it. I can't take it anymore. I refuse to take part in this battle. Aren't we Oathsworn troops supposed to protect the people? Why are we pointing our guns at them now? You saw those videos too, didn't you? Are you seriously going to kill our people for the sake of a leader like that? I can't understand their anger. Shut up! Do you want to be thrown into jail along with the rebels for disobeying an order? Remember your oath. Do you remember your oath? We sworn to protect Makosh, not George and his coffers. I fight with this guy. If protecting Makosh's people is a crime, then you can come and lock me up too. Screw this. I'm going to go keep our people safe. If anyone here feels the same way, then follow me. I know I had like red aura at one point. They want. Mika needs to stop making me cry.
That's when you play? I mean, I guess. Where's the last guy? Oh, all the way over there.
Engine 起動。逃げられる。
I made a mistake in not
Engine 起動。
throwing like Vector's bomb before doing the Mesh T orbital strike.
やったぞ。
We won. We won.
見たかみんな。もう昔の
Did you all see that? We're not the same as we used to be.
今度こそ
This time, we'll keep winning.
みんなで団結し、共に抗えば
As long as we stand united and resist together, Mokosh will return to the hands of its people.
必ず
A wave of cheers erupts across the makeshift camp. Yeah, revolution! The fierce victory acts like a shot of adrenaline for the resistance. After all, it's been far too long since they last tasted victory.
Commander, the barricades seem to be working well. These barriers are making it hard for the Outsworn to advance at their usual pace. We can wear them down bit by bit. Another piece of good news. The video seems to be getting a response.
Lorelei gestures for me to look over. During the previous battle, this group provided us with effective support. They wear Outsworn uniforms, but parts of them are wrapped in cloth, concealing the insignia.
トマトキング殿、人手は足りていますでしょうか。
Tomato King don't know. That's funny. Commander Tomato Emperor, looks like you're short on manpower here. Just call me Commander. Of course we need people. Welcome. This is a war for all the people of Makush. How many of you are there?
たくさん。たくさんいます。
Quite a lot. The young Outsworn soldiers lift their heads, looking toward Vasily, who is rebuilding barricades alongside the others. Then they look at the crude, makeshift defenses piled together by any means necessary. Relief spreads across their faces. They offer me an Agwar URC military salute, lay down their weapons, and walk toward the engineer. As the young Outsworn follow Vasily's instructions and throw themselves into the work, more and more people join in. The same scene plays out across Makush's streets. Outsworn, or rather former Outsworn, lay down their arms and step behind the barricades under construction, laboring without complaint to reinforce them. Inspired by them, ordinary civilians begin to emerge from distant, dilapidated buildings, silently joining the effort to build the barricades. Not bad at all, Captain Wolfgar. Dr. White had once speculated that such a scene might happen, but even so, I hadn't expected Commander Wolfgar of the Outsworn to execute it this effectively. He clearly understands the people of this city. He knows exactly what they are thinking. When the Outsworn are still loyal to George, see their former comrades standing behind these barricades, opposing them, what will they think? That will likely be the key to deciding the outcome.
Congratulations. You successfully ignited the spark in the people's hearts.
So far, things are going smoothly, but don't let your guard down. That's right. The second wave of Austrian are reassembling. The next offensive will be coming soon. We just need to deal with them all like we did the first wave. Wait, Commander. I have an idea. With the newly joined residents, our manpower here is much more sufficient than at the start. I'm thinking our valuable adult combat units don't necessarily have to stay here. You mean push forward to the next step? I take some of the dolls and strike the pharmaceutical plant directly? To George, it must feel like fires are starting everywhere in Makosh. Actually, yeah, it's been good. The more locations the Austrians have to suppress, the more spread out they become, and the more advantageous it is for us. That's true. This is the perfect time for making a bold move. Loreley winks at me. I'm still a bit hesitant. These hastily assembled resistant fighters have never truly been tested in combat. Commander, I believe in the people of Makosh. Even if we can't confront the Austrian head-on, we can use terrain and improvised explosives to slow them down. Even if we can't hold this spot and have to retreat, our losses will be limited. The sewer exit for fallback is nearby, and we know the tunnels far better than the Austrians do. Understood. I have already led a team to support this front. I'll take the rest of the dolls to the pharmaceutical plant. I'm leaving this position to you. Just in case. Thank you. Commander, good hunting. To both of us. Damn! Damn! How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we made quite a good progress today. This is a story note, so I don't wanna risk reading it now, just in case it's too long. Since, you know, there are chances that my sister may be done with work in like 20 minutes. We're halfway through! Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Let's go here for a second. Yeah, this feels like a major turning point, indeed. So we're gonna continue tomorrow. How many days are there left of the event again? August 5 says here. So worst case, we still have next weekend. But I mean, I'll try to finish tomorrow. I doubt it, since probably probably the what's it called? The notes will likely get longer. But yeah, we made good progress today.
I'll try maybe because Liu's event ends alongside part 2 of Dawnforger, right? Like they end at the same time. I might try to start Liu's event during the week, because even if we don't finish Dawnforger tomorrow, we still should have like good progress to finish it on like one more stream. So maybe I start Liu's event during the week, you know, assuming, and then like next Saturday we finish Dawnforger, and on Sunday we finish Liu's event, or the other way around, depending on where I have more left to read. I'll see. We'll see how much I manage to read tomorrow for Dawnforger. I might try to start an hour early, but I honestly doubt it, just because the chores I do on Sunday. but we'll see. But man, I'm loving this. I love Revolution. That was cool. Rise Up Gamers and Tomato Kings. George is going down. Hell yeah. We're bringing him down. Man. But yeah, man, I've been loving this event. But yeah. Gonna go take a break now before my sister contacts me. Glory to our Tomato Empress. I still can't with the Tomato King, don't know. Tomato King, don't know. Imagine we do all this and they don't buy our tomatoes. They better buy our tomatoes after all this. Man, I'm so excited to see how this continues. But yeah, we shall continue tomorrow. I need to go like down for a bit. I need to stretch my legs actually. I've been sitting way too long. I got a standing desk and I barely use it. I should use it more. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, buy tomatoes, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to see how far we get on this. Bye bye.